This YouTube video was produced with the assistance of artificial intelligence. Specifically, the visuals were generated using ChatGPT, the script was composed using Claude AI, and the narration was synthesized using Edge-TTS. Harsh. Definition: unpleasantly rough, severe, or cruel in nature, difficult to endure or excessively strict in judgment or treatment. Collocation: harsh conditions, harsh criticism, harsh punishment, harsh reality, harsh weather. Synonym: severe, brutal, stern, ruthless. Example: workers in the mining industry often endure harsh conditions, including extreme temperatures and limited access to clean water. The proposal received harsh criticism from environmental groups who argued it would accelerate habitat destruction. The harsh reality of the job market forced many recent graduates to reconsider their career expectations. Precede. Definition: to come before something in time, order, position, or importance, to happen or exist earlier than a particular event or action. Collocation: precede an event, immediately precede, precede a meeting, precede in importance, precede a decision. Synonym: come before, lead, antecede, forerun. Example: a thorough risk assessment should always precede the implementation of any major organizational change. The economic downturn that preceded the political crisis had already weakened public confidence in government institutions. A brief orientation session will precede the main conference to ensure all participants are familiar with the agenda. Unique. Definition: being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else, distinctively special or remarkable in character or quality. Collocation: unique opportunity, unique perspective, unique feature, truly unique, unique challenge. Synonym: distinctive, singular, exceptional, unparalleled. Example: each region of the country offers a unique cultural experience shaped by its history, geography, and traditions. The internship provided a unique opportunity to gain first-hand experience in international development work. The product's truly unique design set it apart from every other competitor in the consumer electronics market. Bolster. Definition: to support, strengthen, or reinforce something that is weak or in need of improvement, to boost confidence, morale, or effectiveness. Collocation: bolster confidence, bolster the economy, bolster support, bolster security, bolster defenses. Synonym: strengthen, reinforce, support, boost. Example: the central bank introduced a series of measures designed to bolster the struggling national economy. Positive results from the pilot program helped bolster public support for the full-scale implementation of the initiative. The company hired additional cybersecurity experts to bolster its defenses against increasingly sophisticated online threats. Succeed. Definition: to achieve a desired aim, goal, or result, to come after and take the place of someone or something in a position or sequence. Collocation: succeed in, succeed as, succeed someone, likely to succeed, succeed at. Synonym: accomplish, achieve, prosper, follow. Example: the team succeeded in completing the complex engineering project well ahead of the original deadline. She succeeded her predecessor as chief executive officer during one of the most challenging periods in the company's history. Students who develop strong critical thinking skills are far more likely to succeed in a rapidly changing professional environment. Task. Definition: a piece of work or activity that needs to be done, often within a specific period or as part of a larger project or responsibility. Collocation: complete a task, assign a task, difficult task, task force, task at hand. Synonym: assignment, duty, job, undertaking. Example: the government established a special task force to investigate the rise in cybercrime across the financial sector. Prioritizing the most urgent tasks at the beginning of the workday can significantly improve overall productivity. Rebuilding public trust after the scandal proved to be a far more difficult task than the leadership had anticipated. Compulsory. Definition: required by law, rule, or regulation, mandatory and not optional, leaving no choice but to comply. Collocation: compulsory education, compulsory attendance, compulsory training, compulsory service, compulsory requirement. Synonym: mandatory, obligatory, required, enforced. Example: compulsory education in most countries requires children to attend school until at least the age of 16. The organization made annual safety training compulsory for all employees working in high-risk operational environments. Military service was compulsory for all male citizens until the government reformed the conscription policy last decade. Nurture. Definition: to care for, protect, and encourage the growth and development of someone or something over time, to foster and cultivate. Collocation: nurture talent, nurture growth, nurture a relationship, nurture creativity, nurture children. Synonym: cultivate, foster, develop, support. Example: the mentorship program was specifically designed to nurture young talent and prepare future leaders within the organization. Parents play a critical role in nurturing their children's intellectual curiosity and emotional resilience from an early age. A supportive workplace culture that nurtures creativity tends to produce more innovative and engaged teams. Quota. Definition: a fixed or limited quantity, share, or proportion of something that is officially allowed, required, or allocated to a person, group, or region. Collocation: meet a quota, import quota, production quota, quota system, gender quota, exceed a quota. Synonym: limit, allocation, share, allowance. Example: the government imposed strict import quotas on foreign steel to protect the domestic manufacturing industry. Several countries have introduced gender quotas to increase the representation of women in national parliaments. The sales team consistently exceeded its quarterly quota, contributing significantly to the company's record annual revenue. Scrupulous. Definition: very careful, thorough, and attentive to detail, especially in matters of ethics, accuracy, or correctness, having strong moral principles. Collocation: scrupulous attention, scrupulous honesty, scrupulous care, scrupulous in, scrupulous adherence. Synonym: meticulous, conscientious, thorough, principled. Example: the auditor's scrupulous attention to detail uncovered several discrepancies that had gone unnoticed for years. She maintained scrupulous honesty throughout her career, earning the deep trust and respect of her colleagues. Scrupulous adherence to ethical guidelines is essential for maintaining the credibility of scientific research. Crisis. Definition: a time of intense difficulty, danger, or instability that threatens serious harm and requires urgent and decisive action. Collocation: economic crisis, financial crisis, crisis management, humanitarian crisis, crisis situation, in crisis. Synonym: emergency, catastrophe, disaster, turning point. Example: effective crisis management requires clear communication, rapid decision-making, and strong leadership under pressure. The global financial crisis of 2008 exposed fundamental weaknesses in banking regulation and oversight systems worldwide. Healthcare systems in several countries were pushed to their limits during the humanitarian crisis caused by the pandemic. Push. Definition: to exert force in order to move something forward or away, to make a strong effort to achieve something or to encourage someone to take action. Collocation: push for change, push the boundaries, push forward, push back, push someone to. Synonym: urge, drive, press, propel. Example: environmental advocates continue to push for stricter regulations on single-use plastics and industrial waste. The research team pushed the boundaries of conventional science by developing an entirely new approach to data analysis. Senior management pushed the project forward despite significant opposition from several key stakeholders. Cynical. Definition: believing that people are primarily motivated by self-interest rather than genuine concern for others, distrustful of sincerity and good intentions. Collocation, cynical view, cynical attitude, increasingly cynical, cynical about, deeply cynical. Synonym, skeptical, distrustful, pessimistic, doubtful. Example, years of broken political promises have made many voters increasingly cynical about the electoral process. Critics took a cynical view of the corporation's charity campaign, suggesting it was merely a public relations strategy. While a healthy degree of skepticism is valuable, an excessively cynical attitude can prevent productive collaboration. Robust. Definition: strong, healthy, and able to withstand difficult conditions or challenges, thorough and effective in design or construction. Collocation: robust economy, robust system, robust debate, robust growth, robust framework. Synonym: strong, resilient, sturdy, vigorous. Example, the country's robust economic growth over the past decade has attracted significant levels of foreign direct investment. A robust regulatory framework is essential for maintaining stability and fairness in the financial services industry. The software underwent extensive testing to ensure it was robust enough to handle high volumes of simultaneous users. Fundamentally. Definition: in a basic, essential, or central way that affects the core nature or foundation of something at the most important or deepest level. Collocation: fundamentally different, fundamentally change, fundamentally flawed, fundamentally important, fundamentally alter. Synonym: essentially, basically, primarily at its core. Example, the two approaches are fundamentally different in their assumptions about how consumer behavior should be measured. Artificial intelligence has the potential to fundamentally change the way medical diagnoses are conducted in the future. Critics argued that the proposed reform was fundamentally flawed because it failed to address the root causes of inequality. Headline. Definition: the title or heading at the top of a newspaper article or news report, designed to attract attention and summarize the main point, also used to describe something prominent or widely discussed. Collocation: make headlines, headline news, grab headlines, newspaper headline, headline story. Synonym: title, heading, caption, banner. Example, the company's unexpected merger announcement made headlines in every major financial publication around the world. Politicians who make controversial statements often grab headlines, but rarely offer substantive policy solutions. Beyond the sensational headlines, the report contained valuable insights into the long-term effects of climate change on agriculture. Ensure. Definition: to make certain that something happens or is the case, to take the necessary steps to guarantee a particular outcome or condition. Collocation: ensure safety, ensure quality, ensure compliance, ensure that, ensure access. Synonym: guarantee, secure, confirm, safeguard. Example, the Quality Assurance Department conducts rigorous inspections to ensure that all products meet international safety standards. New measures were implemented to ensure compliance with the recently updated data protection regulations. The organization is committed to ensuring equal access to educational resources for students in underserved communities. Hypothesize. Definition: to propose a tentative explanation or theory based on limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation or research. Collocation: hypothesize that, reasonably hypothesize, hypothesize a connection, hypothesize about, hypothesize a relationship. Synonym: theorize, speculate, propose, suggest. Example, the researchers hypothesized that exposure to natural light during the workday would improve employee productivity. Based on the preliminary data, scientists hypothesized a connection between dietary habits and the onset of the condition. It is reasonable to hypothesize that increasing investment in early education will yield significant long-term economic benefits. Overcome. Definition: to successfully deal with and find a way past a problem, difficulty, or obstacle, to defeat or prevail over something challenging. Collocation: overcome challenges, overcome obstacles, overcome difficulties, overcome barriers, overcome adversity. Synonym: conquer, defeat, surmount, triumph over. Example: the team overcame numerous technical challenges to deliver the innovative product ahead of schedule. With determination and adequate support, individuals can overcome even the most daunting personal and professional obstacles. The community overcame the devastating effects of the natural disaster through collective effort and mutual solidarity. Absorb. Definition: to take in or soak up a substance, energy, or information, to fully engage one's attention or to incorporate something into a larger whole. Collocation: absorb information, absorb the cost, absorb knowledge, fully absorbed, absorb the impact. Synonym: take in, assimilate, soak up, consume. Example: students who actively participate in discussions tend to absorb new information more effectively than passive listeners. The company decided to absorb the additional production costs rather than pass them on to its customers. She was so fully absorbed in the research project that she often lost track of time, working late into the evening.